What's up guys, welcome back to this channel. Today I'm gonna be walking you through how I turned this simple walking footage and turned it into a full CGI ad just using After Effects. No extra plugins and no extra 3D softwares. And I'm gonna be showing you how to make the 3D tracking, how to add the 3D objects, animating the 3D objects, adding some lights using HDRI, and making a crisp shadow just using After Effects. And I'm going to be linking down below all the assets I've used here, and you can be able to follow along in this tutorial. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Robel, and this is my channel where I create VFX and motion graphics techniques and some filmmaking stuff. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. This is the footage that we are going to be working on, and it's really simple, just on the streets, just walking. And if you want to follow along in this tutorial, I'll put the links, everything down below in the description. Before we start, let me show you the assets I used. Here I used this iPhone 14 Pro 3D model from Sketchfab, and shout out to this guy, Mr. Dude, who made it. So make sure you download the GLB file. Another thing is this HDRI I found from Polyhaven, and also you can download this as well. Also, this one is the footage, and I'll put all the links down below. And also, if you want the project file for this, make sure to check out my Patreon. I have the project file there, and also many other things. And here is our video in our timeline, and I'm going to cut this here by Ctrl+Shift+D, and I'll delete this part and scrub onto the timeline and find the exact position that I want. And I'm also going to delete this part, and I'm going to adjust our video to fit our comp. So I'm just going to drag this to here and trim to work code to area. So this will be the footage that we are going to be working on. So let me actually start it from here, because the smoother the footage, the easier it will be to work with. So the first thing we're going to do is track the camera. So in order to track the camera, you can find the tracker. If you can't find it here, go to Windows and find it on the tracker. And once you have this tracker window, just press on track camera, and After Effects is going to track it. And make sure also you clicked on detailed analysis so that you get more accurate and more points on the tracking data. So let's just wait for After Effects to do this job, and then I'll meet you guys after. Okay, now we have our points, and I'm going to make the point size a little bit bigger so that they're more visible. And once we have our points, I'm going to scrub on the timeline and trying to decide where the animation should be, the 3D object. So I want it to be somewhere around here. So I'm going to select all of these points on the ground, and I will try to make solid and the camera. So just right click on it and create solid and camera. And now we have a solid layer, and the tracking is working fine as well. So that's perfect. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to import our 3D object. So just drag and drop it into our composition. And once you add it into your composition, you're going to get this window. Basic here, the object scale is 100%, and make sure you click on make comp size. Just press OK. If you're enjoying this video, consider supporting me on Patreon. You'll get exclusive project files, bonus content, and help me keep creating more videos for you. The link is in the description. And our object will be imported perfectly. So here it's floating around in the middle of our composition. So the first thing we want to do is attach it to our solid layer. And the way we're going to do it is just toggle your layers so that you can find the pick whip tool and press Alt and drag your pick whip tool to the solid layer. And once you do that, it's going to be attached to the solid layer. As you can see, it's around there. We can't see it now because it's quite small. The scale is almost 0. So let's make the scale around 1. 1 might be a little bit bigger, so I will just put 0.8, something like this. good. And I'm going to just rotate it around till I'm happy with the rotation. And if you press shift, you can snap the positions. So I'm just going to drag it like this and also turn it on the x-axis. So I'm going to rotate it on the z-axis to be something like this, and also on the y to be a little bit upward. And I'm also not happy with the scale. It's quite big, so I'm just going to press 0.5 and let's check it. Now it looks good. Perfect. And yeah, I'm just trying to adjust the position, and I'm also going to drag it up into the z-axis and also on the x one. So now we're good to go. So as you can see, our foam is attached to the solid layer, so that's good. And the next thing we want to do is just make sure you toggle back to none on the pick weight tool. We no longer need them to be attached. And on the solid layer, I'm going to change the position as well, a little bit like this, so that it meets it, so that it fits with our composition and the video itself. And I'm also going to make it a bit bigger, something like this, and move it a little bit like this and make it bigger. Good. Now it looks proper. And the next thing I want to do is also duplicate the solid layer, and I'm going to rotate it to be on the left side of the wall because our shadows will be on the left side as well. So on the Y position, I'm going to rotate it to be, let's say, 90 degrees. And this is good. And I'm going to push it to be like this and make it bigger as well, and drag it on the x-axis to fit our corners like this. Now it looks good. I like it. I'm also going to make it a little bit taller because I want the shadows to cover even on the upper side. So I'm just going to make it something like this. It's perfect. Okay, now we have our solid layer ready and our 3D object is there. And now we want to make some light. And the way we're going to make some light is right click on your composition and create a light. And in the light type, there are different types of light: apparel, spot, point, ambient, and environment. Make sure you select the environment light and press OK. If you can't find the light source here, as sometimes After Effects is a little bit glitchy, just make sure you switch from Classic 3D to Classic 4D. And if you can't find also the shadows that you see here, make sure you go to Render Options and click on Fit the Scene, and then press OK. Then you can be able to see the shadows here. And now what we're going to do is, there is an environment light, but we want to use the HDRI we just downloaded from Polyheaven. So I'm just going to drag and drop it into our comp and turn it off for now. And in this environment light, if you go down into the light options, you can see that there is a source, and in the source you can choose the HDRI you just downloaded. And as you can see now, the shadows are a little bit strong and better, but we can fix them. Here in the X and Y rotation, we can adjust where our light should be. For example, in this footage, as you can see, the light source is coming from the right side, right top side. So I will try to adjust it using the Y rotation to be something like behind it. Something like this would be good. And I'm just trying to play with the numbers here, trying to find the right amount of shadow. And here it looks good. It's okay. And if you want to see better shadows here in the render options, you can increase the render quantity to be like, let's say, I don't know, 100, and the smoothness to be around somewhere here. It will make it much smoother and the render quality. But the problem is it will take a lot of power in your PC. So just you can work on double, full, or half. And later on, when you try to render the whole video, you can switch it back. But for now, it's working for me. So I'm just going to work on this one so that we get better results. Now, as you can see, it's floating here and we get the shadows, but we want to remove this solid objects. So the way we're going to do it is, let's go to our solid here. I will select both of them by control clicking, and if you press AA, And you can actually go to here, cast shadows and accept shadows. Yeah. In the accept shadow, if you press only, then it's going to remove the solid colors and just preserve only the shadows. And now we can try to play around with the shadow here. As you can see, it's quite a strong shadow. It's really dark. So the way we're going to adjust it is here on the environment light, we can adjust the intensity and the shadow darkness. So let's try to reduce the shadow darkness a bit. Something like this would work fine. Something around 70 or even 80. Well, looks good. And also maybe the intensity, I'm just trying to play with the numbers. This looks good. Yeah, I'm happy with the result. So once you adjust the light positions and the intensity and the shadow darkness, now we can move on into like animating the 3D object here. So I want it to come from the sky. So the way we're going to do it is I'm going to press P on the 3D model and make a position to be around the 2-second mark here, and I want it to come from up the sky. So I'm going to drag it up in the z-axis to be sky. So something like this. And if we look at the full view, now it will come directly here. That's really good. And another thing I want to do is if I press shift, and also I can open the rotation. So I wanted to have, while it's going down, I wanted to have a full rotation on the z-axis. So let's make a keyframe on the z-axis. I want it to be here in this position, and I want it to rotate, let's say 1, and let's check it out. That's good. But I wanted to also give it a little bit bouncy motion. Like the way I'm going to do it is around the 2-second mark, I'm going to drag it a little bit up like this and go a few frames and drag it down, and another few frames and drag it up. And then at the end, I want this position keyframe. So I'll just copy and paste it here. So let's check back at it. So it's revolving around, coming back. As you can see the shadows on the right side, and this is because of the solid layer we put on the right side. So it's working really nicely. And here also the corner looks perfect. Like it's gonna take some time to render, so let's just be a little bit patient with it, okay? But the keyframes are a little bit stiff, so I'm going to easy ease them. And I'm going to apply some easy ease on the graph editor, or you can use Flow if you have, but if not, just go to here, keyframe assistant and easy ease. But I'm just going to use this, so I'm just going to apply it here. And let's check back again. Maybe for faster render, I'm going to use it as a quarter quality, and I think this will make it a bit faster. This looks better. I like it. And yeah, this is how you can add a 3D object inside the scene with a shadow. And this was not possible in After Effects a few years ago, but now it's possible. We can make a really good shadows. And if you want the shadows to be more realistic and advanced, as I told you, you can go to render options and you can pump up this render quality and smoothness to the max. And then you can have a better one. And now I'm going to show you how to add the 3D assets on the wall and on the ground. It's basically really easy because we already packed the camera, so we have most of the things we want. So let's just put the logo up here. So I'm just going to select some part here, and I'm going to create a new layer. And after you create this new layer, I'm going to just drag and drop our assets here. And let me just go to the image and then the app logo. And then I'm just going to here, and I'm going to change it into 3D layer, just toggling this. And using the Pick Whip tool, I'm going to attach it to pressing Alt, and I'm going to attach it to the track new layer. So now it's somewhere here. So we're going to adjust it a little bit to make it fit, something like this. Maybe make it bigger as well. So I'm going to increase the scale, something like this. And I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit so that it blends with the wall. So let's check back again. Now it's tracked well. As you can see, you can add the logo here. And this means you can add any type of assets around here on the ground. As you've seen on the original video, the full video looks like this arrow is just a PNG image. What I did is I created a new layer around here and attach the arrow and add some mask to it. Let's check. Yeah, if you press M, you can see that there is a mask to it, and it's just animating the mask, and then you can have this type of animation that is just pointing toward the iPhone. And that's it. You can add any type of assets here, and also you can make an adjustment layer and also add some color grading. And if you want some color grading tutorials, make sure you check out my previous videos. I have a full tutorial on it. And yeah, basically this is how you can make a CGI advertisement in After Effects. This is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and you liked it and you got some value out of it and you learned something new. And if you do, make sure to like and subscribe. This will mean the world to me. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys with another tutorial. Till then,